Hello and welcome back to the Gaming Tech channel, everybody. We're live on YouTube and Twitch, and here we are with our Forza Horizon 5 series. Starting the session off with this 2011 Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG with the good old 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8. This car is a big deal when it came out. It's 15 years old now, but still looks pretty good. And it sounds really good. So this has all the bolt-ons, but no boost. No supercharger or turbos. So today, we don't have any seasonal championships to do. We're just gonna have a fun session, cruise around, build some cars, race around the map, maybe drift around a little bit. We're just gonna have some fun. I like the shift light. It gradually builds up, tells you when is the right time to shift, which is nice. You got white, yellow, and then red. This thing is pretty fast for being a NA car. Not bad at all. I don't know if you're noticing this, but I'm seeing some weird shadows on the road. The shadows will like come and go. And I did run into this issue yesterday as well. So I don't know what's going on with my GPU. Is it the drivers? Or is this some sort of update with the game? It just recently started happening. It doesn't happen all the time though. For example, when I'm driving really fast, the road will appear to be like extra dark in certain spots, but then it'll go back to normal. It's a little weird. In the last two streams, we completed 5 championships in total, 5 seasonal championships. We won some great cars. So if you want to see me, complete some championships, you can always check out my previous streams. Or you can continue watching this one if you just want to, see me have a little bit of fun. And if there's a car that you guys want me to build, feel free to put that in the comments. If it's under our budget, I'll definitely buy it and build it. Because we got nothing better to do today. Alright, how about we switch to a different car? So we got about almost 1.7 mil. It's not a whole lot of money in terms of Forza cash, but we can still buy some decent cars with it. Wait, I have a wheel spin. I should check that out. Let's see what we're gonna win. Just 5K. It's all good. There was a seasonal reward card that I redeemed today. There's a 4-door. Where did it go? Oh, it's right here. It's a Toyota. What is it called? Wait, is it twin turbo? A Chaser GT twin turbo? What? No way. Look at this thing. Dude, that sounds like an inline 6. A 2.5 GT. Alright, this is a unique car. A nice 4-door family sedan. This is a true JDM car right here. This is my first time driving it. Sounds real good. And it's got the super simple dash layout. Almost looks like an old Camry dash. Has a nice, smooth, deep sound to it. I like that. Alright, let's take it on the highway and find out its top speed while it's still stock. Sounds like the car's misfiring. Do you hear that? That's weird. Is that normal? This is the only car that does that. So it's only got 4 gears. Oh, it's an automatic. You see the PRND 2 and L right in the middle between the speedo and the tack. It's a 4-speed auto. That's crazy. A 4-speed auto and it's a twin turbo. That's a unique setup. You got no paddle shifters, you know, nothing like that because it's old school. Pulls hard, especially the first 2 gears, and the third is kind of long. Speedo maxes out at 180 kilometers, which is like less than 120, 100 miles, like 110 miles. This car really needs a 6-speed or a 10-speed. That would really wake up this car. Handles decent. A chaser. I don't think you can buy this from the auto show. This would be a nice drift car. It's got the long wheelbase. Perfect for drifting. You hear those misfires? The power's cutting out. Why is it doing that? The suspension is nice and soft. Just floats all over the road. Some nice wheels and lowered would look nice on this car, you know. Lower the suspension and put some nice wheels and call it a day. Come on, give me 160 miles. You can do 160, which is about 260 kilometers. Come on, Chaser. Or this might just be the limit. 155. Let's call it a day here. I'm kidding. But yeah, let's go modify it now. It really needs better wheels. It's from the 90s, right? Yeah, 1991. Let's see how much horsepower it has. I'm guessing like 220, 250 max. 276. Okay. A little more than I expected. And 267 torque, of course, because, you know, we got twin turbos and 2.5 liter. Seems like an inline six. I don't think it's a four cylinder. It doesn't sound like a four cylinder to me. Oh, we can put a body kit on here? No way. Oh, dude, look at that. I'll be honest with you. I like the sleek style, you know, the narrow body. Wide body's cool and all, but I think I want to go with a VIP style build. Yeah, this is more like track focused, handling oriented, but I like the original body style. It looks very classy. And we got a bunch of engine swap options. The old M3 V8 Rally for straight 4 turbo. The older M5 V10. A racing 3 liter straight 6 turbo. Wow. And a V12. I mean, this is a nice classy sedan, so you can always put a V12 in here. But I like the factory engine. Sounds really good. I'm gonna keep the factory engine. So we can switch to a single turbo. So as you can see, the stock twin turbos spool quicker. The torque comes on earlier. But if you go with the single, it's gonna take a little bit more time to spool up, but we'll have a little bit more top end, like maybe, yeah, as you can see, 7 more horsepower. I don't want to do that. I like the low end, you know, the low end power from the twins. All-wheel drive? No, we're not gonna do that. I'll be honest, let's just start with lowering the car. I think that's the first thing I want to do. Sport, race. That looks so much better. Let's try out the drift. Rally. Yeah, the drift springs and dampers look real good. The tires get tucked in. You have more camber. Yeah, let's convert this into a drift car. Why not? Why not? We got the long wheelbase. We got the rear wheel drive platform. Alright, drift, springs and dampers. And a drift differential. And let's do a 6-speed. 6-speed or a 10-speed? I think 6 is going to be just fine. We don't have the option for a drift transmission, which is usually a 4-speed, and we already have a 4-speed, so maybe that's why we don't have that option, but I'm going to go with 6-speed here. Lighter drive shaft. A better clutch. And let's get some drift tires. Drift tire compound. So it's got 205s in the front and 205s in the back. Okay. I'm not going to widen the tires. I want it to lose grip, but I want it to be, you know, manageable. So that's why we got the drift tire compound. And now let's get some nice wheels on here. Some nice looking wheels. I'm thinking VIP style, you know, like not JDM style. Something that looks more classy. I want a nice and classy look. That looks pretty good. It looks sporty and classy at the same time because we got the chrome lip. These look cool too. Dude, these actually look pretty cool. The HRE vintage 501s. I like these. We just need to make them bigger. I like the bronze with the chrome. It suits this car. Because the chrome lip suits the chrome window trim and around the wheel well. The trim that we have over there. I mean, we got some chrome trim all around the car, so... Alright, I think I'm gonna go with the bronze with chrome. Oh! Not bad. I mean, it's unique. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with these right here. The monoblock look. These actually look real, like, you know, real cool. You know what I mean. Oh, these are actually really nice too. Man, we have so many nice options. This really suits the car. I don't know why. It suits the whole 90s vibe, you know? Okay, it's either these or... Oh, wow. This would suit like a Mercedes, I think. I want to go with the chrome lip with bronze in the middle or gold. Yeah, this suits the vibe. This really suits the vibe that we're trying to go with. It's either... These are also nice. Alright, we're gonna get these ones right here. And we are gonna make them bigger because these are only 16s from factory. We're gonna go with 18s. Got a nice big lip. Again, let me go back and check the other option that I was trying to go with. These right here. These actually look better now since we're on 18-inch wheel. This is pretty good too. I don't know. Not these, no. The ones that we have on are actually better. It's just that the lip is pretty huge, so the bronze part inside looks kind of small. And that's my only issue. Is that a rose gold? This actually suits the car really well. I like these. It's like not too in your face. They're really subtle. I like these. Let's go with these right here. Cool. And are we gonna make them stick out? Yeah, let's make them flush with the body. It would be the second option. The third one is a little too much. And what about the fronts? We can go all the way in the front because we have so much camber. Okay. This is the setup so far. We need to add more power. We haven't worked on the power. Let's get better brakes. Bigger brakes look so good with these wheels. I like that. I think I want to paint the calipers. The red calipers don't really match the whole vibe. Yeah, let's get the anti-roll bars. And reinforce the chassis without the cage though. We'll do the sport chassis reinforcement. Should we take out some weight? No, not yet. Not yet. I don't want the car to be super light. Then it's going to be like all over the place. Wow, just upgrading the turbos gets this car up to 536 horsepower. No auto wall pops and bangs. Nope. So I'm only going to do the race twin turbos, and not anything else. Maybe just the exhaust and the turbos. I don't want to max the car out. I like the stock exhaust. I don't know why. I actually don't want it to sound like a race car. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the stock exhaust just for now. We're only doing the race turbos. Nothing else. I don't want to go all crazy with the power. No aero, of course. Yeah, let's remove this wing. That looks pretty clean without the wing. The factory wing. The spoiler. Not a wing, it's a spoiler, right? But over here in the game it says remove wing, so I guess it's a wing. Yeah, we're gonna remove it. We're gonna go with this clean look. Looks really clean. Looks good. I think this is it for now. Again, we're not maxing out the tires, like the width of the tires, or we haven't done any weight reduction. And for the engine, we have only upgraded the turbos, so we're not going all out with the engine either. So it's a pretty conservative build, you know. This is what it looks like. Almost doubling the power here. And more grip, a little bit more weight, but not too much. We're still under 3,500 pounds, so in today's standards, it's not that bad. Okay, let's see how this chaser does. Looks real clean, right? Oh, Durango just spawned. I don't know why this engine misfires. I literally don't know any other car that misfires like that. You can hear it. The power cuts out. We were gonna paint the calipers. I guess we'll do that next time. Dude, that's really annoying, the power cutting out. Is that a bug in the game, or it's just this car? And power only cuts out after 7 RPM. There you go. You can hear it. But the car looks good. We need to make the gear ratios shorter so we can easily drift this thing around. We're not here for the 0 to 60 times. We just want this car to slide easily. The car still looks pretty high up for some reason, even with the drift setup. Is it lowered all the way? No way! It's all the way low, and it still looks kind of high. You see that? I really don't like that sound that it makes when the power cuts out. It sounds broken. Yeah, I'm not enjoying that, bro. Like, I'm enjoying the car, but I don't like that annoying sound. There it is. Right between 7 and 8,000 RPM. So here's what I'm noticing. We have decent power, but we're gonna need more. And the car feels a little heavy. Yeah, in terms of like today's standards, it's light, but for drifting, it needs to be lighter. So we're gonna go all out when it comes to weight reduction. Get rid of 621 pounds. Go down to 2,800 pounds. Nice. And I wonder if the misfire type sound is gonna go away if I do some engine mods. Again, that shouldn't be an issue in Forza, man. Let's do the intake. Let's do some fuel. Ignition. And I'm keeping the stock exhaust because it sounds really cool. This just sounds like any other car, but the stock exhaust sounds really unique. And yeah, we're not doing the cams, valves, engine block, or the pistons. We'll do the race flywheel so it can rev freely, but that's about it. So we haven't done the cams, exhaust, valves, the block, the pistons, the intercooler, and the oil cooling. So we've only done half of the engine mods here. So now we're adding, 100 extra horsepower, a little less than 100. And making the weight go down by 600 pounds. So let's see if it performs better now. And we'll change the color on the calipers. Should we just do black? Or white looks decent. We could go with a yellow. Yeah, that's a nice accent right there. It doesn't really match anything else on the car, so maybe orange to match the DRLs. Kind of matches the wheels, and it matches the DRLs. The darker orange. That almost looks red, actually. Well, it's dark orange, but let's go with a little lighter orange. This right here. Should we tint the windows? Yeah, let's do that. It'll look nice on this car. Okay. I usually don't tint the windows on every car because when you change the camera to the inside view, it gets really dark in there. But since we're going to be drifting this car around, we're not going to be using the inside view. Wait, did we solve that problem the engine was having? How the power was cutting out? Kind of. I don't hear it anymore. It's there, but it's not as bad as before. There we go. You can kind of hear it. There it was, right between like 7.5 and 8. Yeah, it just did it again. I'm gonna make the gearing long because we have more power now and less weight. I think we can drift this car around in third gear now. Let's try that. The gearing is still a little too short. How about this? Man, that's so weird. Power's cutting out. It's making the misfire sound. I thought it went away, but when we changed our gearing, it came back on. Okay, I really don't want to hear that sound anymore. I want consistent power. So we're going to be swapping the engine out. Let's just go with a racing 3-liter straight 6. It has a little less torque compared to what we had, but we can fix that. 1000 horsepower, 720 torque. Or should we just try out the stock power levels first? Yeah, let's just try the stock power from this engine. So we have more horsepower, but a little less torque. That's fine. This engine is still bone stock. And our tire width is also stock, so I think 800 horsepower and just below 600 torque is going to be plenty. There we go. We got a nice reliable engine in here. We don't have that misfire sound anymore. We got nice consistent power. It's perfect. Yeah, we don't need any more power. This is good enough. Having the right engine makes such a big difference. It's a nice fun car now. Tracer GT. GTTT. TT for twin turbo. Okay, should we switch the car now? We've been driving this for a while. Yeah, it's pretty dialed in. I don't think it needs anything else. Let's switch to something more relaxing. Something more peaceful. I don't think I've ever released 6. Seems like this thing is huge, man. Is this the 5.5 liter bi-turbo engine or the 4 liter? I think it's the 5.5. Yep, 5.5, 5.46. So It's the 5.5. Let's see how this truck drives. I've had it for a while, but, you know, never really drove it. This thing is, you know, somewhere in between a limo, a truck, and a SUV. Wow. It's slow. So we have the same engine in the older E63, and the E63 is much, much faster. Of course, because, you know, it's a four-door sedan, and this thing is a freaking 6x6 off-roading truck. But from behind the wheel, you can't really tell. You can only tell when you look at it from the outside that you're driving this massive thing. It's a 7-speed, just like the older E63. I think the new E63s are 9-speed. Hey, what's up? Thanks for joining. I know this thing is all-wheel drive, 6x6. But if you make it rear-wheel drive, would it be 4x6? Oh, the understeer is crazy. Can't do any donuts. No, you literally can't do any donuts. Unless you convert it to 4x6. Only send power to the rear 4 wheels. I really wonder what that would look like. I kind of want to try it now. Damn, this thing's heavy. Takes forever to get up to 100 miles. It actually takes 5 gears to get up to 100. I mean, it's not really meant for top speed. Alright, we're gonna convert the 6x6 into 4x6. Let's see what that looks like. Wait, we got body kits for this thing? Oh, it's just like a rack on the back and some accessories. Not really a body kit. I'd call it a camping kit. Wait, we got this 5.5 liter V8 twin turbo option? Oh. Oh, so there is a difference between the 5.5 that it has and the other 5.5. Because I know this 5.5 is from the E63. The 577 horsepower engine. It's the E63S. So that's the E63S engine. And the stock 5.5 twin turbo is 536 horsepower. So it's almost the same engine. As you can see, the displacement doesn't go any higher, but you get a little bit more power, a little bit more torque. Even sounds pretty similar. Okay, so the difference is the RPM that it revs up to. So the E63S engine revs higher than the regular E63 engine in this truck. We can put a 7.2 liter V8 in here, or a 7.4 liter V8 twin turbo. What's the max on this stock engine? Let's find out. I'm not gonna buy the setup, I'm just gonna check what the maximum is, because the maximum on the E63S is like little less than 1000 horsepower. Is this gonna be pretty similar? Let's see. So this is a little less than 900 horsepower. So there's about like 100 horsepower difference between this 5.5 V8 biturbo and the other biturbo in the E63S. So same engine, but different tune. Alright, we're not buying this setup. I'd rather go with the 7.4 liter twin turbo. What's the max on this? The 7.2. $13.56. Okay. So the other V8 is the most powerful option. The 7.4 liter V8 twin turbo. 1750 horsepower, 1475 torque. So as you can see, if you get the anti-lag turbos, the boost comes on earlier and it comes on a little stronger. I mean, why not? Let's give it a go. Oh, no way! We cannot convert this into 4x6! I really wanted to see what that would look like. So we don't have an option for the drivetrain conversion. Oh, I really wanted to see the only the rear wheel spin, the 4 rear wheels in the back. It's all good. Let's put a 10 speed in here because right now it's only got a 7 speed. Make it lighter. Let's put a race differential in here. Or should we put a rally diff? The only reason I want to go with race diff is because I want to mess around with the differential. I mean, we can mess around with it even if it's rally or drift, but yeah, I guess that doesn't really matter. But the race diff will put the best power down on road. And I'm going to try to send all the power to the rear wheels. I'll change the tune just to see if we can just get the rear wheels to spin without, you know, making it fully all-wheel drive. Is that going to be an option? Because we can't really convert it to 4x6. That's not an option. I'll leave the stock springs and dampers because they're AMG tuned. I don't want to make it more soft, you know, it's already a soft suspension because it's a 6x6. We're not making it stiff or soft. We're not adding more weight, but I will take out weight. I'll definitely make it lighter because it can use that less weight. From 9,000 down to 6,748. Off-roading tires. What's the difference? Well, the difference is the sidewall, I guess. Or not even, actually. Maybe the sidewall, yeah. Oh, they're just aired down. No, it's not even the sidewall. So, off-roading tires are better, I think. I mean, I'm not trying to off-road with this thing, even though it's an off-roading truck. Yeah, I don't want the tires to be aired down that much. I'm trying to do some on-road testing with this thing. We're not making the tires wider. They're already really wide. We're not adding more rotational mass, you know. What's the max we can go up to? 355. Wow. I like the factory wheels. They look pretty beefy. Oh, wow. I'm good. So this is going to be the setup on here. It's a pretty race-oriented setup, you know. It'll still be able to off-road, but my goal was to make it rear-wheel drive, but we can't do that. But what we can do is send all the power to the rear. I really want to see what that looks like. So right now 70% to the rear, 30 to the front. I want to send all of it to the rear. Make it officially rear-wheel drive. Can we do donuts with it now? Let's find out. Look at that, we're spinning the rears. We still can't do donuts with it? Are you kidding me? You have 1700 horsepower, man. Okay, maybe if I make the suspension stiff and lower it. I'm gonna lower it all the way and make it a little stiff so it doesn't like lift up. Oh wow, it's slammed now. Can we do donuts now? Oh, okay. Almost. We just need more space. So lowering the truck really helped. We should be able to do some donuts now. That looks cool, right? We barely have any tire pressure in the front tires. They look low on air. I want to add more air to the tires so it's easier to spin around. We'll do 50 psi. Why not? These tires are big. They can handle it. That's better. Let's try to do some donuts here. There's too much grip. And the gear ratios are too short. Let's make the gear ratios a little longer. And I'm going to take out the camber from the back and give the front a little more camber. And I'm going to make the springs stiff, so it doesn't like try to lift up as we do some donuts. I mean, it's not meant for this, but we're going to try to do it anyway. We got a slammed 6x6. Okay, it can do donuts. It can do it. It almost got it going. There you go. So in order for this truck to do donuts, we needed to increase the power. The stock engine was not going to do it. So we have 1750 horsepower. We took out like over 2,000 pounds of weight. We made it lighter. We slammed it, you know, so there's less suspension travel. And we made the springs stiffer. We added more PSI to the tires. And since we couldn't do a rear wheel drive conversion, we sent all the power to the rear. So there's 100% power going to the rear. And now it can do donuts. And we also made the gearing long. And now we can finally do donuts in a 6x6. Third gear is a little too long, you know. Unless I make the gear ratio shorter again, we might be able to do it in third gear now. There you go. These are going to be much faster compared to second gear. That's funny. I think there's too much sidewall on those tires. Yeah, I think it would handle much better if we make the wheel size bigger. Hey, what's up? Thanks for joining. Yeah, let's make the wheel size bigger so we have less sidewall on the tires. And that will help with the handling for sure. So instead of 18s, we're going to go with 21s. I mean, you obviously wouldn't do this if you were going to off-road with it, but we're not. We're just going to mess around with it. And now put some lighter wheels on here. Oh wow, these are 74 110 pounds lighter, 74 pounds lighter. Wow. Let's put the 110 pounds lighter wheels. Less rotational mass. You should be able to spin much freely. Oh wow, this is 147 pounds lighter. Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me? That's super freaking light. Alright, let's go with these right here. Quick and easy. So we have less sidewall on the tires. We got lighter wheels. And now it should spin them even, you know, more easily compared to before. Oh. We can really drift this thing around now. I think we need more camber on the front. Look at that. This was literally the toughest car to do donuts in, but we managed to do it. The X-Class Mercedes. It looks like a little baby in front of this, you know. This is like the grandpa, and that's like the grandson. As you can see, only the rear tires are spinning because we're sending all the power to the rear. We're gonna push the X-Class off the road. Is that NPC gonna drive off now? Let's find out. We'll wait here and see what the NPC does. Because he's kind of far away from the road. Is he gonna be able to navigate back to the road? Or is this truck disabled now? Yeah, he's not moving, bro. What if I push him back to the road? There's nobody in that truck. Do you see that? Yeah, I don't see nobody in here. A ghost is driving it. We'll take him back to the road. What happens now? The NPC car is back on the road. Oh! Okay. That's funny. The physics there was completely broken. Once we pushed him off the road, the NPC bot didn't know what to do, but once we brought him back to the road, he drove off like nothing happened, and there's nobody in that truck, right? That's the funniest part. But now we know. If you push the NPCs far off, away from the road, they literally get lost.